And now, here's your host, Joe Painter.
I am indeed. It is Monday. It is not just Monday, and it's not just August 12th. This, my friends, is Mid-Kid Day. What do you mean you never heard of Mid-Kid Day? What's mid-kid anyway? Mid-kid, the middle child? I was always confused about that. So, like, if you're the 7th of 8, are you a middle child? If you're the 3rd of 5, are you the middle child? How about the 4th of 5? I don't know. But this day is Mid-Kid Day. Finally, a reason to celebrate and another reason to go get a card. And in order to really do this properly, I thought we would welcome to the studio a mid-kid himself. None other than the one, the only, Bruce Hopman. Happy Mid-Kid Day, Bruce.
Well, thank you, Joe. I got to tell you, being a middle child, I'm not used to all this attention. This must be what it feels like to go through life as like a firstborn or like a baby. This is really, it's really sweet. I like it. I'm going to be really, really depressed tomorrow when nobody's paying any attention to me anymore.
You have like a Facebook campaign going on right now?
It's a combination. I took my Facebook page, I took my blog, and I took my Twitter feed, and I kind of joined them together and formed this virtual, I call it the International Middle Child Union. And I welcomed anyone, not just middle children, anyone basically who would listen to me, to join my crusade to help raise awareness for Middle Child Day. I found it so ironic that we're known for always saying we don't get enough attention, and then we're given this holiday that nobody pays attention to. So I figured that's just wrong. Somebody's got to do something about it. So I've organized for today this strike, this viral virtual strike. I'm asking everybody to use their social media and put up hashtag #MidKidStrike to kind of get the word out there about Middle Child's Day and how much it means to us.
I got it. I am not laughing. I'm laughing with you.
Sure.
I might be a middle child. I'm not sure if I am or not. But Bruce, you graduated from Syracuse University.
Well, yes, I did, with honors.
With honor. Our very own Paul Roberts, host of the Sports Democracy, graduated from Syracuse University. Fine university.
Well, thank you.
And now at this university, is this where... Did you name this day Mid-Kid Day, or was it named, it's always been, and nobody knew about it?
That was the irony. I did not create, people are crediting me with creating it, but I did not create Middle Child's Day. Here's the thing.
How'd you find out about it?
I was writing a book about growing up being a middle child, and I was doing some research, and I came across on the internet, August 12th is Middle Child's Day. That's interesting. I'm a middle child, and I don't know about it. I wonder how many other middle children don't know about it, and if middle children don't know about it, certainly nobody else knows about it. And sure enough, I was right. But this is what I suspect. It was not a middle child who came up with Middle Child's Day, because if a middle child would have come up with it, we would have done it on a day that made some more sense, like July 2nd, which is the actual smack dab middle day of the year. And it would have been right near July 4th. And everybody's celebrating on July 4th, and it would have gotten all this attention, and it would have been great. I think some firstborn or some lastborn kind of just to shut us up said, here's a holiday, and they, and then just, knew nobody would celebrate it. So they made it on the August 12th, which is, it changes every day. It's a Monday, it's a Tuesday, it's a Wednesday. Who celebrates during, who has time to do this?
Well, there's an irony to the name, mid-kid, mid being, middle of the road, kind of mid, average.
Well, you know what? You can take on that persona, being kind of the invisible man in the middle, even though they say people go the other way. I mean, Madonna is a middle child. Britney Spears is a middle child. Joaquin Phoenix.
Who's prompting you back there?
I'm losing my mind. I've been talking a lot today.
Okay.
So I'm forgetting my...
That's great.
The middle children. I married a middle child also, so she's my aide.
I appreciate the acronym International Middle Child Union, because that makes it very official. If you have, ICIMCU, but your logo is "We are so screwed."
Well,
Seriously?
Yeah, that's there's irony and everything, isn't there? But that's what it is. We really are. It's like even today. So we have our holiday. It's bad enough nobody pays attention to it. I found out today is also National Sewing Machine Day. It's World Elephant Day. It's National Vinyl Record Day. We get a holiday, and we have to share it We can't even have our own holiday.
Come on. So many holidays are shared, Bruce.
Yeah, Mother's Day isn't, Father's Day isn't. Look, I just want to play fair here. If we're going to assign days to members of the family, we should each get our own day. It's bad enough this one is totally overlooked, but to share it with elephants and vinyl records, I mean, really.
It's fair to say, I think, that do you, quote unquote, they say it, suffer from middle child syndrome? Is that something you suffer from?
Well, you do suffer from it, but here's the thing with middle child syndrome. First of all, it's used as a kind of a weapon against us to kind of totally marginalize our feelings. So in other words, if I have an older brother, I have a younger sister. So if I were to ask for some attention, if I try to take some attention away from them, they get to say to me, "Oh, don't listen to him, Mom. He has middle child syndrome." So it's used as a weapon against us
to dismiss you.
Right, exactly. So then, after a while, you go through life and you think, "Okay, maybe I really do have middle child syndrome. Maybe there is something wrong with me." Now, the on the flip side, you can get to use it as a get out of jail free card. So there's a T-shirt out there that I love. It says. It's not my fault. I'm a middle child. I could just play the middle child card all the time. So if I say something inappropriate, I go, "Hell, crazy middle child." So it gets you off the hook a little bit.
And Bruce, if you wrote a book about this, I'm guessing you've done your research, and there is a true psychological diagnosis.
Well, no. Here's the thing. It's the book I wrote is not. There are books out, psychological. Psychiatric books about being a middle child. I am not a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I might need one, but I am not one. This is life experience story, humorous things that happened to me growing up that kind of shaped me into this mess that I am today.
So, and let's be fair here. There are firstborns and the babies who also suffer from the mess that they are today because they were firstborn and babies.
But do you ever hear anybody talking about firstborn syndrome?
I don't.
Or lastborn syndrome? No, exactly. Just one more way. We are singled out. We get the short end of the stick. There was a study done. A lot of this stuff is, I'm just, talking from experience, but there have been some studies done. Let's see, there was a 2011 Career Builder study that found that middle children are more likely to earn less than their siblings. Okay, so you think that's bad enough. Okay, but it gets better or it gets worse. Because the 2012 Harris Interactive study found that middle children are the most likely to be asked to lend money to their siblings. Now, where is the equity in that? We make less, and we get hit up for cash more.
I guess that makes you responsible somehow.
It's just, maybe that's what it is. We're the responsible ones. We're the peacemakers, they say. We're kind of stuck in the middle there, so we try to make things better, and smooth things over. Now, you had said something before about if you're the fourth of five, are you a middle child?
Yeah, is that the case?
Well, here's what I say. I mean, certainly for the purposes of membership in this union, I'd like to open the doors really wide. Now, I say if you're not a firstborn and you're not a lastborn, then you are in the middle. Now,
I'm the seventh of eight. I'm just like the lost child.
You're close to the end.
Novelty wore off a long time before I got there.
You're in the middle now. But in a situation like yours, it's interesting because all the middle children kind of outnumber the first and lastborn. So I did not grow up in that situation, but I suspect that's a different dynamic than the one I grew up in, which was my parents had a boy, and then they had me, another boy.
And they tried for a girl?
And then they had the girl, and then they stopped having children. So it's quite clear to me.
Ouch.
That I was the redundant one. If they could have skipped over, everything would have been fine. I'm sure they would have had 2 kids.
Well, it's a good thing that they didn't. See, now, if it weren't for you, though, there would be no sister.
Yeah, I do feel bad about that. I love my sister. And you know what? If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be a middle child. And if I wasn't a middle child, I wouldn't be on the phone with you having this discussion. So I guess, it all worked out in the end. I'm not going to complain too much.
It seems like you're taking everything certainly with a grain of salt, a great sense of humor and a wonderful attitude. But is it fair to say not all middle kids do?
Well, we're on the air, and I don't know what the language rules are here.
There's
but,
a family station.
A family station,
yes,
right? So I will keep it clean. But if you track Twitter, which I do, to see what's going on in the middle child community, you will find that most middle children are not a happy lot, at least when they're tweeting. Now, today they seem a little happier, but they don't have the most wonderful things to say about being a middle child. And I will also tell you that other people don't have the most wonderful things to say about middle child. You'll notice how the middle child has almost become like a dirty word these days. When somebody says to you, "You're acting like such a middle child," they don't think you just did something so wonderful.
You
right?
know, it's interesting you say that, Bruce, because I mentioned to somebody today in passing that you would be joining us on the air, and the response was, "Oh, there's one of those in my family. I know somebody like that." So there is that instant recognition. We all know a quote unquote middle child.
Sure, we all do. Which is why we all should come to the blog, because we all can benefit from the experience, the shared experience of middle children. We, first of all, if you're a firstborn or a lastborn, it's your fault we are middle children. So you could come in and just, see what you've done to us. I don't think it's really asking that much. Now,
you don't. You're not really sad, though, are you?
I'm not sad.
You're
I'm very.
not sad, okay.
I think being a middle child makes us very, very unique, and that's what I'm here trying to do, is celebrate the specialness and wonderfulness that is, middle children.
Hallmark gets a bad rap from time to time because you come up with these days and it's like, oh, for crying out loud, it's a contrived holiday just so Hallmark can sell cards. But I don't think that's the case here. I've never seen a middle child card.
I am thrilled that you brought that up. They have the Mother's Day cards, they have the Father's Day cards, but you're right. You never have to worry about the crowds at the store getting your last-minute middle child's day card. I took care of that problem at the blog, and this is at no cost because I want everybody to be able to spread the joy, share the joy. Go to the blog, and you could download for free a variety of middle child's day greeting cards that celebrate the day in the very unique middle child way.
And what's the blog?
The blog is called smackdabtheblog.blogspot.com. It's really catchy. It kind of rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Smack-dab the blog.
I really should smackdabtheblog.blogspot.com. If you want a shortcut way there, go to the Twitter feed, which is @MidKidMusings, and then maybe you could find a way to the blog there as well. But if you go, you'll find we have a selection of 4 middle child's day cards, again, free. One of them says, it's from parents to a child. It says, "We're sorry we couldn't be with you to celebrate Middle Child's Day." And the inside it says, "We're having dinner with your brother and sister." So there's a belated Middle Child's Day card, which seems appropriate since most people probably don't know it is today. Maybe by tomorrow they'll find out and they could send a card that they should have today. And we also have, fittingly, maybe the world's first hand-me-down greeting card, because I think hand-me-downs played a part in every middle child's life, for sure. I mean,
if it weren't for hand-me-downs, you'd have gone naked.
Well, I don't know if that would have been worse than going through life wondering if I was wearing my brother's old underwear. So, but this is our lot in life. This is what we do. You can complain about it, or you can laugh about it. And I'm choosing to laugh about it and have some fun. And
you can put this on your calendar and make it an annual event, so you don't forget next year. Is it every August 12th?
It's August 12th every year. Like I said, maybe that's my next move. Maybe the next campaign is to move the date of the holiday that nobody knows the date of anyway. So it seems like that would probably be something pretty easy to accomplish.
What, the third Wednesday of June, middle of the year?
No, I think it should just be on July 2nd, which is
July 2nd.
Which is the exact smack dab middle of the year.
I don't know. You just might get overshadowed, like by July 4th, just like you are by the oldest child.
You know what? No matter what we do, I think we're probably going to get overshadowed. So I'm just hoping that we don't get overshadowed by National Sewing Machine Day. So that would be really pathetic.
It is destiny. I'll tell you what. We'll tweet about this. We'll follow your Twitter @MidKidMusings and get your card at smackdabtheblog.blogspot.com.
Great.
Happy Mid-Kid Day, Bruce.
Thank you. I'm telling you, tomorrow's going to be a real bad day for me, real bad. But I'll try to make it through.
You just savor all the joy of this day, okay?
I will. Thanks so much, Joe.
All right, bye-bye. There he is. He's a mid-kid. His name is Bruce Hopman. He's the country's leading, honestly, he is the country's leading middle child advocate. Now, how do you get to be that? It's pretty easy. You are the only one.